Hello and welcome to this episode of Lessons in Life and Business. My name is Philip Amiola. I am Director of Studies at Virtual Business School. You can find us at www.virtualmentor.com.ng. Today, I want to share something I've learned about focusing your attention. Okay? Focus in itself would be regarded as directing your attention to a particular thing. And we live in a world where a lot of things are competing for our attention. So it's important that we know how to focus on what is important and how to direct our attention instead of diverting our attention all over the place. Distraction is going to cost us a lot. So it's important that we learn to focus on the things that are important regardless of what is going on around us. So how do you determine what's important? Let's see what Paul told his mentee in 1 Timothy chapter 4 verse 15. I will read from the Amplified Version. Practice and work hard on these things. Be absorbed in them, completely occupied in your ministry, so that your progress will be evident to all. This was Paul speaking to Timothy, telling him how to make a success of his ministry. Now, don't let the word ministry throw you off balance. God has a purpose for your life. Ministry is everything you do to accomplish that purpose. So the word ministry does not mean that you have to be a pastor or you have to be in church. It is everything you do to achieve God's purpose for your life. That could include your job. It could be having a business. So we need to have that mindset and not draw the line between secular and spiritual. Even what we are doing that we consider secular is an altar upon which we offer spiritual sacrifices to God, and through which God is going to be glorified in our lives. Sorry, my alarm went off. I set alarms for different purposes. But don't bother about that. So if the word ministry will get you confused here, you can see it as calling. You can replace that word ministry with calling. Practice and work hard on these things. Be absorbed in them, completely occupied in your ministry, so that your progress will be evident to all. So you can read that as practice and work hard on these things. Be absorbed in them, completely occupied in your calling, so that your progress will be evident to all. So what is it that God has called you to do? What is the purpose for your life? What do you believe is the calling for your life? If you can only do one thing at the end of your life, if you are going to be remembered for only one thing, what is it going to be? So ministry is everything you do to make that thing happen. So it's important that you find it and you give yourself completely to it. Let's read that scripture again in the New Living Translation, and I will encourage you to read it in several other versions for you to get the shades of meaning, to get the full meaning of what it's actually saying there. So 1 Timothy 4:15 in New Living Translation says, give your complete attention to these matters. Throw yourself into your tasks so that everyone will see your progress. That means there are some tasks, there are some things you are supposed to be doing, to achieve that purpose for your life, to fulfill your calling. There are some things you should be doing. And Paul is saying here that you should give yourself, he's telling Timothy, his mentee, to give himself completely to those things, to pay complete attention to those matters. When you give yourself completely to something, or when you pay complete attention to something, then there's nothing left to give to anything else. And this is the kind of commitment that you need. It's the kind of focus and devotion that you need to gain mastery in any field. You either give it your all or you give it nothing at all. If you are only putting in half-hearted efforts, you are not focused, you are spreading all over the place. At the end of the day, you would have spent a lot of energy, a lot of time, a lot of effort, but you wouldn't achieve anything. But if you pick the one important thing and you focus your attention on that, it will now direct every other thing you do. It will help you identify the things that are important, the activities you need to commit yourself to, and all of those activities, everything that you are doing will be focused in one direction so that you can achieve the desired results. You need that kind of mastery you need that kind of focus rather to gain mastery in any field. So at every point in time, have a major goal and let everything you do be leading to one of the targets that will help you achieve that major goal. Okay, and more importantly, have a vision for your life, have a goal for your life. We've talked about that. Okay, so let everything that you do, one way or the other, contribute to the achievement of that goal. If you are watching a TV show, for example, okay, what part is it playing, okay, in helping you to achieve that goal? Okay, fine, you need to relax, you need to have time for entertainment and all of that, but is that the primary thing? Okay, is that the focus? That should be after you have done the needful, because at the end of the day, nobody will remember you for how well you entertained yourself or the number of shows that you watched. Do you understand? So it's important that you focus on the things that will matter in the end. It's like going to the supermarket with a certain amount of cash. Every item you buy leaves you with less cash. So if you go to the supermarket because you want to bake cake, maybe you are learning to become a baker and your goal or your vision is to be the best baker in the world, or maybe the best in your country, okay? So you went to the supermarket because you wanted to buy cake ingredients. Your focus should be on cake ingredients, because when you get to the supermarket, you will see a lot of other things that will attract you, that will call your attention, okay? And you may end up buying body spray, biscuits, and an assortment of other things, all of which may be nice. Those things you are buying may be nice, but your vision of becoming a baker will remain unfulfilled. Okay, in the same way, life is like a supermarket. The cash that we spend comes in various currencies. Some of these are time, energy, attention, and social capital. Even your emotions, okay, are part of the currency that you spend in the supermarket of life. So don't spend these currencies frivolously. Deliberately invest them in becoming who God has made you to be, doing what you have been designed to do, and fulfilling your calling. Okay, so I want to ask you a few questions. I want to give you some things to think about. What do you really want to achieve with your life? These are not rhetorical questions. It will be good if you can actually make out time to answer them for yourself. What do you really want to achieve with your life? Okay, what do you believe that God has called you to do? So how do you spend your time, energy, attention, and money? The things that you spend your time on, your energy, your attention, and money, those things reflect the things that are important to you. They reflect your values. So your answers to the second question, look at those answers. Do they reflect a commitment to what you said in question 1? Do they reflect a commitment to your ministry? Do they reflect a commitment to your calling? And the ways you are spending your time, your energy, your attention, and money, those ways you are spending these currencies, are they taking you closer to fulfilling your calling, or drawing you away, or just leaving you on a spot? Okay, then are you following a plan, or are you simply flowing with the trends? Okay, do you have a plan that you are following, or are you just flowing with the trends? Ask yourself and answer that question. So it's important to note that if you want to leave a mark, you want to leave a legacy after you've gone, and even right now you want to make a mark, you can't afford to live your life like everyone else. Your values and priorities have to be different. Okay, that means the things that you focus on, the things that take your attention, will have to be different. Okay, so I'll leave you with that for today, and I hope that you are going to think about these things and take time to answer the questions for yourself. Thank you very much, and have a great day. Feel free to share this with your friends, family, and everyone else that can benefit from it. Bye for now.